What's going on, guys? Today we are looking at one of the best short-term rentals in Chicago, the Grand Kimball Lodge, and with me I got my colleague Zach, who manages it. So Zach, what are we looking at today?
All right, we've got one of our properties that my company Dwellish manages. This is a beautiful timber loft in Logan Square that sleeps 20 guests.
Oh geez, that's one party.
Yes, I mean, kind of.
Yeah. All right, come on, let's go take a look at it. Wow, movie magic. Come on in. Let me show you some of the features outside here, because this is, Zach, this is for the Airbnb, right?
Yeah, this is a common space for the Airbnb guests. You have a fire pit. You've got a wood-burning sauna that is, I mean, unheard of in the city of Chicago.
Yeah, too bad we can't get in there right now. But how many wood-burning saunas are there at any apartment in Chicago?
I don't think they exist really, but let alone here.
Yeah. So let's go take a look at the unit. All right, so this is not the Airbnb, unfortunately. We're gonna head upstairs though. We're gonna take a look at the property itself, and there are 2 units on this property, is that right?
There's 2 units. So we've got the big unit, and then we have a separate additional unit that houses a total of 20 guests. One has 14, the other has 6.
All right, we are looking at the bigger space right now. So let's head upstairs. The big daddy. Let's head upstairs, let's take a look at it. All right, so we're in the kitchen right now. We're about to show you around the space, and while we're here, you can't get over the light here. We're here at the perfect time, it's golden hour. Zach, why don't you show us around this place a little bit? You're gonna love the features, they're stunning, they're beautiful.
Absolutely, I mean, this is gonna be your main living space. There's 2 floors, this is a duplex. So as you can tell, this is a beautiful timber loft. Got a gorgeous open floor plan with a kitchen, huge dining table to sit, awesome living space for lounging, huge TV, exposed brick.
Tell us about this audio setup. Can guests use this?
Absolutely. I mean, this is an old vintage record player, awesome vinyl collection here. And yeah, everything in here that you see, the guests have access to.
Can I buy this chair? I love this chair.
It's $1 million.
Okay. Guess not. Guess not buying the chair.
So that's an old freight elevator.
I know.
Yeah, I know. This property is so unique. At one point, I can't remember exactly what they made here, but this was an old factory of some sort.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Yeah, that they blew out and they turned it into residential units.
Upstairs is where all the beds are and all the baths too.
Yes.
Yeah, all the baths.
3 full baths on this floor, and then we're standing in the primary.
So we're gonna start in the primary. Every room, what's cool, every room has its own kind of vibe and different aesthetic. This one, I would say, pretty rustic, right?
Absolutely. I mean, rustic with kind of a vintage feel too, because you've got the chairs, you've got the button-tucked couch, the mid-century modern credenza, and then you obviously have your full bathroom back here as well.
Cool. Let's go take a look at some of the other bedrooms as well. I'm gonna let you do the honors. This is a little bit of a smaller bedroom.
Thank you, Tony. Welcome to the golf room, as I like to call it. So this is more of a golf PGA vibe going on here. You can sleep 4 people in here. And you've got some really cool old pictures of Jack Nicklaus, Arnold Palmer. For all you golf lovers out there, this is the room for you.
This is honestly one of the coolest bathrooms I think I've seen in an apartment. Well designed, a lot of great light, vintage features.
Yeah, I would say this unit is probably 100 years old.
Oh my God.
Yeah, easy.
I got a question for you, Zach. What do you think qualifies a space to be considered old in Chicago?
That's a great question. I mean, I think it's anything pre-1950s.
You think pre-1950s?
Yeah, because most of the bungalows were built in the 1950s, 1940s, 1930s.
Okay, I think that's fair. We have so many like 1800 buildings though. It's like, is that old? It's like, yes, it's old, but it's also, there's thousands of them.
Thousands. I mean, Chicago, for the most part, I mean, is all pre-1950, you know?
Yeah.
I mean,
I think a lot of people that come here to stay in an Airbnb in Chicago, in Logan Square, probably want that authentic industrial kind of vibe, right?
100%. Like what you're getting here, you're not going to get anywhere else, you know, especially with the age and the vintage, and then you have a timber loft that can combine in it as well.
Yeah.
You know, so you kind of have that vintage urban, you know, vibe with it. And I mean, typically together, you're not going to find those in many other cities. And this, I would say this has
Look at
more
the light in this room. Come on.
Light's amazing. And this has more of a North Woods vibe to it, as you can tell. The great outdoors.
Another bathroom, another ensuite in this bedroom too.
Yeah, you can easily sleep 5 people in here.
That's a cool picture. What is that a picture of?
Wait, where is that?
How do they do that?
Well, oh, you know what it was? That's the old Comiskey and the new Comiskey. They built them side by side.
Is that how close they were?
Yeah. I didn't realize they were even that close. And that's the Dan Ryan right there.
Yeah. Guest is here. You get a lot of like bachelorette parties. You get a lot of...
You know, that's a great question. We do get your share of bachelor and bachelorette parties, but for the most part, we have groups traveling here together, just bigger groups, 8, 10, 12 people that are just coming to Chicago for Lollapalooza, that come for the summer events, that actually come to Cubs games.
Yeah.
And you know, it's funny, like when you actually go to Google, you know, best areas in Chicago for Airbnb, Logan Square is #1.
Yeah, I would imagine that some of the people that are watching this maybe aren't from Chicago, and if you're thinking about what areas you want to go to, we are, and I'll put a map over the video, but we are so close to actual Logan Square right now. Talk about a great location, literally walking distance up the street. What would you call this room?
I like to refer to this as the Donald Duck room. Yeah, so this definitely has a Northwoods cartoony vibe, as you can tell. And the person who did this mural, I think, is Mosher, and has done a lot of stuff in the city as well.
Oh yeah, there you go, right up there. You know, I would almost go on to say this is probably the most desirable room, because it's the only room, or no, maybe it's not the only room, but it's isolated and it's just one bed. You know, this room it has just one bed, and it's probably the coziest. Yeah, definitely. It's definitely the darkest in here too. Yeah. It gets the least amount of light. It's isolated. It's closed in. It's definitely cozy. A lot of brown, warm tones. You don't have the additional beds too, so this is going to be more of a private space. Definitely. Yeah. This is the room that I would pick. Donald Duck room. All right, let's go take a look downstairs. And by the way, if you want to take a look at the space itself, I'm going to link the Grand Kimball Lodge's website in the description. So go check it out. All right, that's it for today's tour. Thank you so much for watching. Again, my name is Tony Angelos. This is Zach Coran, and this is the Grand Kimball Lodge. Did I say your last name right? You did say my last name right. Okay, cool. Yeah. You never know. So if you like this video, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next tour. Oh, and by the way, check the description, book a trip, come to Chicago, stay in Logan Square, stay here. You're not going to regret it. Thanks so much. See you next time.